Good morning, Profile Poppers. It's another Profile Pop-Up, this time for Randy. What I want to talk about today for her is congruence for clarity, traction, and oh-no opportunities. What do I mean? Well, first off, I love the background picture, but I guess my next question is, though, does it suit your purpose? So that was the beginning thing that I noticed. Well, at least one of them was the picture. So what is that telling us? That looks like a nice vacation resort, looks like, looking over the cliff, obviously, the water, nice and relaxing, and that ties in well with hospitality. But then as I opened up this summary here, I noticed hospitality manager, a lot of bullets, by the way. Just want to make a point on that real quick too. If you've got the bullets, I like the bullets. I'm a big fan of using the check marks for the bullets. But what I would say is save those for when you've got some, like more of an accomplishment, okay? Something more that you can highlight there. Because otherwise, especially on the desktop in this case, that's where I started looking at your profile. When you look at it on the desktop, you see a check mark, a word, a check mark word, check mark word. It's just a lot of check marks. So it looks a little bit too busy. So I would suggest toning that down a little bit or adding more to it behind each of these. And try to get in there the actual dollar sign, pound sign, percent sign results that you have done in hospitality. And is it hospitality management, which I recognize, or is it hospitality administrative management? What is the difference? And the overall thing here from the headline is, what is it you're looking for? What is it your main skill? From my article, The 3 T's of the headline, you've got talents, targets, and a tagline. So the targets might be, the hospitality industry, the people that want to go there, tourists. So for example, you put all that together, it might be, I make tourists feel at home at the ocean. That would be a way to tie this all together. You've got a little bit of a tagline, you're talking about who you're helping and what your talents are. So something like that would be great for a headline here. In this case, it's not clear enough. There's not enough congruence here. The clarity is not quite there. You're showing that you're a volunteer, which I know you go into here, which is awesome. Is that what someone's going to come to for your profile to understand what you can offer them? That's the way to think of this. And also, by the way, when you have a little bit of text and a blank line, you don't get to see much here. And that's why we see the ... and not much detail here. So that's another reason to expand a little more here, but make it something that they'd want to click on. Entice them right here at the very first page to find out a little more about what's in the headline. And that obviously ties in with the clarity, because here's my next next thing that I noticed. Are you going for real estate, which is your topmost job here? Or are you going for general manager, for food and beverage? Or are you going for hospitality? It's a little unclear. The way I looked at this more and more, I was having trouble understanding what it was that you wanted to do in the future. It's not so much as important as what you've done in the past. Now, that's the resume. A resume is like that. And again, you got the same thing going on with the check marks and as a bullet. I would try to get in there. What about the 125 capacity restaurant bar? Did you do? Did you, keep it, on time, the closings? Did you, something like that? I mean, the accounting, did you balance the books? You purchased a product on a weekly audit, you did banking, payroll. What about the payroll? You never missed it. You found errors, you corrected discrepancies. Give us something more that made you that general manager. That's the kind of thing that you're going to want to put in there. And also, again, here, managed a liquor place, inventory, scheduled, POS administrator, closed out system. These are more duties, responsibilities. They're not something that's going to make me want to click on show more. And again here, inventory management, it's more you're listing the things you did, which is fine, but you need to get more if you can. Try to recollect, even if it's like 2 or 3 things that you did that stood out, accomplishments that you did at those positions. So highlight what it was that you did so that you get better clarity on the past, and it's a transferable skill that brings forward to what you can offer people. And then what you might do, since I know your ONO, hashtag ONO, add a current position up here at the top that describes, almost like the summary, but it describes your ideal position you are looking for. Is it real estate? Is it hospitality? Is it general manager? What is it that you're looking for in one position with one title? What is that one title? What would it be? And have that be at the topmost position as an ONO for the company. I know you're part of the ONO group. We go into that in more detail there, but that's the way I would suggest approaching, enhancing your profile a little bit more and it will ultimately get you, with this congruence, it'll get you the clarity, the traction, and more opportunities. Anyway, hope that helped, Randy. Have yourself a great day.